Let's talk about what kind of relationship does God want with you. Hey friend, if you caught our last message about how God isn't after rituals but relationship, this is the deeper dive you've been waiting for. We're going beyond the surface today to explore what kind of relationship God really wants with you. Because it's not just about going to church or checking off spiritual boxes, it's about love over fear. 1. A relationship of love, not fear. God is not looking for slaves trembling at the sound of his voice. He is not a harsh master barking orders from heaven. He is a loving father who longs for his children to run to him, not away from him. 1 John 4:18 reminds us, perfect love drives out fear. That means our relationship with God is not built on the fear of punishment. It's built on the assurance of his love. When fear is the foundation, obedience becomes a burden. But when love is the foundation, obedience becomes a joy. God wants us to serve him because we love him, not because we're afraid of what happens if we don't. You are not just his servant, you are his beloved. And he delights in your love far more than your performance. 2. A relationship of trust, not transaction. How often do we treat God like a vending machine? We drop in a prayer, a good deed, or a tithe, and expect a blessing in return. But God isn't interested in a transactional relationship. He's after our trust. He wants us to believe he is good, even when the outcome isn't what we expected. To trust his heart, even when his hand is hidden. To walk with him, not just work for him. God's blessings are not rewards for good behavior. They are expressions of his grace. And his greatest desire is that we would seek him, not just what he can give. 3. A relationship of intimacy, not distance. God doesn't want a formal, polished version of you. He wants the real you, the honest you, the broken, tired, confused, celebrating, laughing, weeping version of you. Like Mary, who sat at Jesus' feet, in Luke 10:38-42, God invites us to stop performing and simply be with him. To sit, listen, rest, and draw near. Yes, serving has its place. Boo. Like Mary who sat at Jesus' feet in Luke 10:38-42, God invites us to stop performing and simply be with him. To sit, listen, rest, and draw near. Yes, serving has its place. Boo. 4. A relationship of surrender, not striving. Many of us wear ourselves out trying to be good Christians, checking spiritual boxes, doing all the right things, striving to meet an invisible standard. But that's not what God wants. He wants surrender, a heart that says, Lord, I'm yours. Even in my weakness, even when I fall short, have your way. Surrender doesn't mean giving up. It means giving over, giving him your plans, your pain, your timeline, your idea of what your life should be. God can do more with your surrender than you can do with your striving. 5. A relationship of consistency, not just crisis. Too often, we only run to God when things fall apart. When the money runs out, the relationship ends, or the diagnosis comes in. But God wants more than just our emergencies. He wants our everyday. He wants to be part of your Mondays, your quiet car rides, your grocery store moments, your coffee-sipping mornings, and your deep-breathing nights. He doesn't want to just be your 911 call. He wants to be your daily companion, a God you walk with, not just call on when life gets tough. Final thought. God is not after your rituals. He's after your heart. He's not waiting for perfect performance. He's waiting for your presence. He's not distant or detached. He's near, and he's inviting you closer. This is the kind of relationship God desires. Not fear, but love. Not transaction, but trust. Not distance, but intimacy. Not striving, but surrender. Not crisis only, but consistent companionship. He's knocking. Will you let him in? Hey friend, before we dive into today's message, I want you to hear this. God isn't just interested in your actions. He cares deeply about your heart. This isn't about checking boxes or doing all the right things. It's about walking in real relationship with the one who loves you more than you can imagine. Let's talk about the kind of relationship God actually wants to have with you, because it might be different than what you've been taught.